Hey there, my natural light queens and kings. If you are new to my channel, welcome to my channel. My name is Shay and I go by bahamiancurlgurl. Today, I know I look a bit crazy, but what I wanted to do is come on here and record how I cornrow my hair. I know that on my page I do a few hairstyles that require you to cornrow, and if you want to try the hairstyle and don't know how to cornrow, it kind of defeats the purpose of me posting the tutorial on the hairstyle that includes a cornrow. So I thought I would come on here and do a video on how I cornrow my own hair. I will try to do my best to explain this. I have known how to cornrow my hair for a very long time. I want to say I learned from I was maybe in grade 6, which is around what, like 11 or 10 years old. I learned how to do my hair. The reason being is I have a cousin that I went to that used to cornrow my hair because my mommy didn't know what to do, and I kind of learned from her. Our sister actually has a salon, so if you live in Freeport and you're looking to get your hair cornrow or braid, check out Crown by Sisters. They are downtown, the building across from Scotiabank, just in case anyone's interested. But I'm gonna go ahead and try my best to do this as slow as possible and explain it as much as possible, so bear with me in terms of that. But before we go ahead and do it, be sure that you subscribe and you turn on that notification bell, because next week I will be doing a tutorial on how I do my own box braids. So if you want to learn how to cornrow first and then do your own box braids, especially since we have all this time during quarantine, make sure you subscribe and turn that notification bell so you don't miss that when that comes out next week. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. So I already washed my hair in the shower and I've just put a leave-in on my hair. I find that for me, cornrowing my hair on damp hair is the best, because if I try to cornrow it on like blown out hair, it tends to tangle more. So I personally like damp hair. Some people like blown out hair, but whatever style works best for you. I know that your hair needs to be detangled, so make sure that your hair is fully detangled. That's why I have them in these two braids, because it's already detangled. What I want to do is I actually want to start like from scratch. So I want to do it in terms of, if you don't know how to twist, because a twist is just 2 strands, and then when you go to braid, that's 3 strands, and then when you want to cornrow, it's braiding and adding hair. So I want to start from the beginning. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take out this braid right here, which I already did. And then I'm just going to go ahead and take just a little bigger section. But I'm going to take this section of my hair right here, and we're just going to go ahead and start from scratch, like I say. So like I said, make sure your hair is detangled. I'm just going to go ahead and comb this out. It doesn't matter what comb you use, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to twist. So if you already know how to do this, you can skip out this part, but if you don't, we're just going to start with that. So basically a twist is 2 strands. You could either go over like that, or you could go under. It's whatever is most comfortable. And I find that the fingers that I use the most to braid and cornrow is my thumb, my index finger, and my middle finger. Those sets are gonna be the most important, and those are the ones that you're gonna use the most. So with the twist, usually I just hold my strands in between my thumb and my index finger, and then I'm gonna bring, this is my right hand, I'm gonna bring my right hand in between my index and my middle finger, grip it, and then I'm gonna take the strand that was holding with my thumb and my index finger on my left hand into my right hand. And that's the motion that you do for a twist. Thumb, index, holding, bring it in between index and middle, grab with thumb and index on the right hand, bring it back to the middle and index, grab. So that is how you do a twist. If you want me to do a video on how I do my flat twist, let me know below in the comments, because I could also do a tutorial on that too. But we're gonna go ahead and continue on. So now that I show you how to twist, I'm going to show you how to braid. The reason I'm doing this is all of this is actually really important in learning how to cornrow, because if you don't know the basics on how to braid, it's going to be extremely hard to cornrow. So for those who don't know, you could braid under or over. It depends on your level of comfort, and it also depends on the angle. I find that sometimes I would start over and then I would transition to under because of the direction in which I'm rowing. And you'll see once I do the cornrow, you'll see like once I get to the back, I probably switch my hand motion and switch the direction in which I braid. I am going to go ahead and try to explain this as best as possible for y'all. These are my street strands. So I have one on my right hand between my index and my thumb, and then I just hold the middle strand in between my index and my middle finger on my left hand, and then my third strand is between my index finger and my thumb. Let's start with under first, because I think that would be slightly easier. So under, we have this first strand that I have in my right hand holding with my index and my thumb. So what I would do is I would go under the middle strand that was held between my middle and my index. You see, I brought it under. So if you think about the twist, right? The twist you could do over or under, but the twist is just taking one strand and bringing it under the next. So I'll show you again. So I had this first strand on my right hand, and then I have the other two strands on my left hand. I'm going to take this strand that I'm holding with my right hand, bring it under, and then I'm going to swap. So when I bring that under, so I brought this under, I am now going to put this strand between my index and my middle finger. So we have that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of do a twisting motion, and so it's like this, twist like this. And then I'm going to take this middle strand and bring it to the right hand in between my index and middle. So we have the beginning section of the braid. Now that I brought this here, I'm now going to bring this under my middle strand, then twist my hand and bring this one over between my thumb and index. And then I go like that, like this. This is going to be a really messy braid, but I am just trying to show y'all the hand motion because I feel like that's the most important in figuring out how to do it. So twist, then bring under, twist, 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 bring under, twist. I didn't do it tight because I wanted to do it as slow as possible to give y'all the time to do it with me if y'all want to. And just feel free to pause the video and try it in the mirror yourself, and then re-zoom it and just follow along. Twist my hand, bring this under, twist my hand, bring this under. So bring this under, twist my hand under, bring it. Okay, it's very loose, but you see the braid here at the bottom. So now that we have a twist, a very loose braid, I'm going to go ahead and show you it in fast motion. Separate into my three pieces, one, index and thumb on the left hand. And obviously it's different depending on your dominance in terms of if you're left-handed or right-handed, whichever feels comfortable. But once you have the hand placement and the motion together, you'll be able to get it. So divide this into three. This one going between my thumb and index on my right, thumb and index on left, and the middle one going between my middle and my index. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and focus on making it tight now. So when you want to make it tighter, you have to make sure that your hand is higher. I had my hand down here lower because I wanted to show you all the movement of the actual strands. But now, because I want a tighter braid, I'm going to go ahead and bring my hand up closer. So under, this is my right hand, under. Then I bring the middle strand over here, twist, hand motion. Twist, under, twist your hand, bring the strand under, twist your hand, bring the strand under, twist, under, twist, under, twist. So think about it, just think about it like that, twist and under. But I'm going to show you how, like, if you get to the end and you run out, like, see, it wasn't an even section of the strands because this middle one is super thin compared to this, and depending on the layers of your hair, you'll have this problem. So you'll just, whatever strand is bigger, you can just grab an additional piece from. So this middle piece isn't big enough for me. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a strand from the piece right next to it to add to that middle strand so that it's the same length and kind of the same thickness as the other strands. So let me also show y'all, when you grab hair from another section, you will get this. It won't be as neat. When you start to grab, you'll start to get that. So I guess as much as possible, if you want your braid and your cornrow to be as neat as possible, try when you separate it to make sure that each strand is kind of the same, and sometimes you just can't avoid it, but do your best to do that. I think that I explained it enough. If you feel like you missed something, just kind of rewind and rewatch from here and then watch this one. But we're gonna go ahead and do the cornrow, which I guess is the hard part, but I will try to make this as easy as possible. Okay, so now let's go in how to cornrow. Okay, just like how we take that little piece, those little pieces, to show you how it is. This is going to be a loose cornrow, a loose braid, let's just say braid. It's going to be a loose braid, and then I'll go ahead and show you how to do the tight braid because I just want to make sure that y'all have the hand motion down pat. So same thing as the braid, you splitting this into 3 parts. This one I feel may be a little harder to explain because I already kind of have a hand motion going on what I do. So I'm going to go ahead and try my best. Remember, index and thumb, index and thumb. Then you take the middle section, put that in between middle and index, and then you take the third section between the thumb and index, and these are your 3 strands. I'm going to come under, right? Then twist my hand, right? Then I'm going to take my index finger on my right hand, scoop up some additional hair. So I have that in the middle. Come under, twist hand. Additional hair is going to get scooped up with the index. Then I go under, twist my hand. So we have it forming little, right? Then I go under, twist my hand, index finger grabs additional hair, right? To add to the middle strand. Then I go under, twist my hand, index finger, additional. So we go under, twist my hand, index finger, adds to the middle strand, and then you do the braid. So 1, twist, under, twist, under. And then if you didn't get the twisting is just so that your strand that's on the end will now be in the middle. So it's kind of like if you're doing a twist and you're just twisting your hair, and then you take in this additional strand to make a braid. And then as you braid too, you could scoop up some additional hair, like I say, but it may cost that right here. But I'm not that much of a perfectionist when I do my braid, but y'all get the point. This isn't the neatest one because I was really trying hard to show y'all how to do it. If it's overkill, let me know, but if you don't know how to do it, overkill is always better in case you miss something. So this is my super messy braid. I'll show you again fast motion because I feel like at some point my hand may have gotten in the way, but I'll show you again how I did this. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you a fast motion on how I do it. So I separate my three, like I said, under, twist. Then I'm going to grab as I go. So my index finger is just grabbing whatever extra hair comes to my hand. Oh, and then also I should mention, the reason you see me coming down is to make sure that I'm stopping any knots that may be happening with the braid, because that will cause your braid to look less neat if you braid and then you don't have no knots. So like if I just do like this, it could work, but eventually your hair starts knot up. No matter what type of hair you have, you still should try to come down as you braid to avoid friction. So whenever you go under and then you twist, come down. So under, twist, come down. So just come down to make sure that it's super neat. All right, so this is how my braid would look usually once I take my time and do it and make sure that I'm smoothing as I go and making sure that it's as tight as possible. This is the cornrow. So I hope that helped y'all, but we're gonna go ahead and do the big braid and see how that goes. And if you have me using braid and cornrow and row interchangeably, it's just what I'm used to. I just say braid, I hardly ever say cornrow. And like I say, make sure that your hair is detangled. You don't want hardly any knots, because as you braid there will still be some knots from the friction of you dividing your hair. Knots happen, so you want to minimize your hair ability to get knot up. I'm going to try to go as slow as possible, but I don't know if I'll be successful, but I'll try. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my little piece at the top here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, then we're going to go under, and then I'm just going to pick up the hair as I go. So then I'm going to go here, scoop up the hair, twist, scoop up the hair, twist. Right? It's the same motion as a braid. It's just that you have to add the hair as you go. And now this is where I say like your hand motion will change based on the direction. This is where I'm going to change. It's going to be the same concept, but it's just that to accommodate the change in direction, I have to change my hand too. And then the bigger the braid gets, the more hair you have to pick up too. Instead of, remember on the front set when I had my hand in different directions, instead of the single piece being in my right hand between my thumb and index, the single piece is actually on my left hand now. But it's the same motion, it's just my hand placement has changed. So instead of the twisting motion being on my left hand, is now on my right hand. And I'm picking up the hair as I go. And you could always, if you notice that the braid isn't neat, you can always go back and just kind of comb it out, because the braid is already divided. You could feel for the sections. You just go ahead and comb it out But see, in this situation, I went in the wrong direction, so the braid will look a little different. So sometimes that happens. This is important to note. So now what's happening is because of the direction and the angle that my hand is at, instead of going under, I'm now going over. But it's the same thing. So this strand will come in the middle. This one will come over instead of under. So I'm now braiding over, and I find that I tend to braid over to make sure that the end of this like big cornrow is as tight as possible. So same motion, just over. So you do over, twist, over, or instead of twisting, you could just bring it over like that. Over, 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 over. When I start to run out at the end, depending on your hair type, if you have relaxed hair, it'll loose out, so you'll need to put like an elastic at the end in order to hold it and stop it from loosening out. If you have natural hair, just twist it and it'll lock in by itself. So let me show you a close up of the cornrow. Okay, so that one's done, and now we have to do this side. I also should let y'all know that whenever I do these, they're never the same. And it bugs me, but then it doesn't bug me because I'm like, I don't have time to keep trying to actually make a match, because sometimes I do it this way, like where I come to my ear and then I change directions. Sometimes I do straight. So depending on my hand and just how I'm feeling, if I'm lazy, if I really want to make it like neat, I will try, but they don't always match, and it's totally up to you if you want to keep undoing and doing. But for me, I just kind of go with the flow. And then these little like flags that you see here, you can just use some gel or edge control to smooth it down. And then if it like flags too much or if it bunches up like by the braid, what you can do is comb it in and then pin it, like put a pin there to secure it so it looks flatter. That's also an option because sometimes that happens. So this is going to be the last part. This video is probably super long by this time, but I just wanted to make sure that I was being as detailed as possible. Let me know in the comments if y'all have any questions, or if I didn't do as good of a job explaining it as you need me to, and if you need me to like explain it some more than I've already explained it, let me know, because I'm here to help. We're all about learning new skills during this quarantine, so why not just let me know in the comments or send me a DM on Instagram. I'll be more than happy to help you. So on this side, I am kind of scooping hair from the front and from this section. I don't know if that makes sense. So I have this piece here, I'm going under, I'm scooping the hair here, and then in the front, I'm using my index finger to scoop the front as well. And then practice makes perfect with anything. I can't remember how long it took me to learn to do this when I first learned, but I practiced and practiced until I got it. So if you don't get it the first time, don't be discouraged. Just keep practicing. Rewatch the video if you need to, and go from there. And like I said, just let me know if you have any questions. So now I've reached my ear, and I'm going to change the direction on which I'm braiding. And you can also use your next hand to grab some hair too if you need to, like how I grabbed that piece right there, because there's a lot more hair than usual. So just grab it with your hand if you need to. See, I'm using my left hand to put it where I need it to be, in the middle strand. Bring it to the middle. Bring this under, twist, bring that under, bring the rest under. And honestly, sometimes one side will be neater than the next. Usually the side that you're using your dominant hand will be the neatest. I'm right-handed, so this side was easier to do than this side. For some reason, that's just how it is. And I'm gonna braid it until I feel like I just get too uncomfortable and can't finish it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and change my hand motion. For this one, I'm gonna continue to braid under because it just feels the most comfortable. And then honestly, sometimes you braid it and then you're like, this looks so sloppy, so you loose it out and you go back and braid it. For the last time and the last motion, I'm gonna go under, go under. Just think about under is definitely the most easiest. You just keep going under. Just have a strand in the middle, whichever hand is dominant. Hold the middle strand between your index finger and your middle finger, and then you just take your index finger and your thumb and you bring it under the middle strand. Index finger and thumb, bring it under the middle strand. So everything is about under the middle strand. And then I get to the point where I feel like it's far enough and I don't want to braid it anymore. But that is it. I think I made the video long enough, and hopefully y'all get the concept of how to braid your hair, and I made it a little easier, and that you'll try it. If you try it, please send me pictures, DM me, let me know. Like I said, I can walk you through it if you're struggling with it. But let me know, send me pictures. I'm excited to see anyone that doesn't know how to cornrow braid. Send me a picture of watching this video and they learned cornrow braid. So be sure that you do that. And let me just show y'all a little 360 of the braid so y'all get one last look at it. Alright, so that is it for my video. Be sure that y'all subscribed. If you watch this to the end, you the real MVP, because I know this video is long. And also, if you learn to cornrow from this video, let me know so I know that this video wasn't a total fail and someone benefited off of it. So let me know in the comments. Like I said, leave any questions, comments, concerns y'all have. And that is it for my video. I will see you guys next time. Remember, next week I'm doing one on box braid, so I do my own box braid. So make sure you turn on your notification and subscribe so that you know when I post that, and you're able to learn another new skill on doing your own hair. So until next time, my natural hair queens and kings, when you know better, you do better. Bye.